Let me remind you that there's several programs that we cover with the personal injury. I think there's several doctors that are just forgetting all the material we cover. So I just wanted to remind you all the different factors that we cover. And so the top, we covered, essentially there's 20 personal injury documentation and marketing systems. So when you look at the 10 personal injury marketing systems, and it's actually a little more than 10, but so we've got 12. And so we say one of them is the website. So I help you with your website. And we help clean it up. If you want to keep your website, you keep it. If you just want to clean it up, we explain what needs to happen to clean it up. And that's part of the internet evaluation is, having the basics of a decent website and knowing what the flow of a website should be also. That also includes the videos for your website. So just be aware of that. That's one system. Now, the second system is the webcam video marketing. And again, that's where we cover the, how to very simply shoot real brief videos from your webcam and search engine optimize them and upload them to YouTube to essentially where you dominate all your keywords. So when people Google your keywords, all your videos pop up. So that's another system in itself. And then also remember the personal injury attorney educational sales. That's the big one. And then we have the personal injury attorney video newsletter. That's a system. That's a marketing system in itself. And remember, you have to keep in touch after you market to the attorneys and talk to them and do the educational sales. You have to keep in touch. Relationships deteriorate if you don't communicate. So you have to keep in touch, and one of the easy ways and automated ways is the PI video newsletter. So that's another system. That's a marketing system, as well as the medical doctor personal injury referrals. I cover that, why they do and don't, and how you can get them to refer. And then we also cover the patient personal injury video newsletter, talking to your patient. So we talk about how that's done as well as the content of how it's done. That's another marketing system. And then the insurance videos, that's when they Google Google a provider for your area, you pop up. And then Google for Business, I cover how that works. So you can increase your Google for Business ranking. And then we have the condition videos when people Google their condition for your area and your keyword, then those videos pop up. And then we also have the personal injury office sign. Remember, 2% of the people driving up and down your road or in front of your office are in auto accidents every year. So we have a very specific message to them to get them in and not just let them drive by. And then we have the Facebook personal injury marketing. If you wanted to do Facebook pay-per-click, that's a whole other system that we cover, that we supply. And then also the local news, the local newspaper PI marketing. And that's only good if there's two factors, if it's local and if you have a subscriber base. But we explain how that works. So those are 12 marketing systems that we offer. And of course, the personal injury documentation includes the top 5 colossus categories, the 6 steps to tell the story and win the case, and the 4 steps to defend the case, and then how to write the diagnosis for personal injury. We cover the narrative reports, how to write the narrative report. The most important document that you'll ever write is the narrative report. And then we cover how to do SOAP notes and medical reports. And then the big one is how to do depositions and court testimony. In other words, how to win. So this is comprehensive. This is what I used in opening 77 offices in 20 states. This is the material that we used. So remember, there are several systems, and then when clients join, obviously it's way too much material to dump all of this material on one person when they join. It overwhelms them, and then they typically get paralyzed and they don't even know where to start. And so we don't do that. So we start with the things that are going to make you the most amount of money the fastest, and that's the personal injury attorney educational sales. That's where we start. And then from there, we move into all of these other categories. And that's what the webinars are about, and that's what the weekly phone calls are about, to make sure you're moving along and getting all this information and putting it into place. So just a reminder, because I think there's a lot of people that are just forgetting that we have multiple systems for your personal injury. And these are the places that the patients go. This is where they go. So if you're not there, that's that amount of business that you're not getting.